I'm going to show how to eat corn like this, field corn, or flint corn, or even popcorn, dry corn that you can eat. I'm going to teach you how to make hominy out of it, so you can make grits, or cooked hominy, or masa flour. That way you can get all the available nutrients, and it makes it easier to work with and more healthy. So I'll show you how to do that. This is something that a lot of people don't know how to do, and you can grow your own corn and do this to it and get lots of nutrients, and it can become a very good staple in your diet that way. This next step is actually something you don't have to do. It just works better, I think, if you do. Because you need to make an alkaline solution to break the hull of the corn. So you just take baking soda. Baking soda, you can just use baking soda. It has it has an alkaline pH. It just takes longer. So if you take baking soda and put it on a baking sheet with some aluminum foil, spread it out kind of a nice even layer. And put it in your oven at 250 degrees. Put it in there at 250 degrees. While this is in the oven for an hour, what it does is it increases the pH to 11 because two things happen. It releases water and carbon dioxide and turns into sodium carbonate instead of sodium bicarbonate. So it becomes a even higher pH, like 11, which is something that you would really, really love to use for making hominy or something, or nixtamalization, as it's called. I can barely say that word. So that's what we're doing, just a little kitchen chemistry. We said you don't really have to do it. Baking soda is turning into something stronger. I'm going to take this pot here. I'm just going to break all these up in here real good. That way I can rinse them off and get all the little bits of stuff like this off of them and everything. So I'm just going to set these on this lid here because I'm making something else where I'm using the other part. I'm just going to set these over here and wait until the oven is done with the baking soda. Now this is nice and done here. Looks a little different. I'm just set it here to cool off. Pan here. The one reason why I want to do this to the corn is because it makes the niacin in it available. It also helps remove a lot of toxins that might build up from mold being on the corn. Makes it more nutritious and safer to eat. Just going to add some of this powder here, some water. It gets about, I'm going to maybe 3 or 4 cups of water. I'm just going to heat this up here. Keep it nice and clear as it dissolves. Now it's becoming nice and clear and it's dissolving. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add the corn right to here. And it'll start doing a chemical reaction almost immediately. Corn is changed color. Now the tips are really, really dark. It's a completely different color because of the alkaline solution reacting with it. See, now they've turned almost black. You want to make sure you do this in a well-ventilated room too. It stinks and it's not very healthy to breathe in, I don't think. Weird, huh? So it's gone from red to black. Other corn would be maybe more vibrant or neon color, but since this is a red and purple corn, this is kind of what it's doing. So I'm just going to sit here and boil this for about 20 to 30 minutes. I just think that's pretty amazing and cool looking how it changes color. As it softens and breaks apart the hull. So I'm just going to stir this and boil it for, like I said, about half an hour. It's a little more than halfway done. See how the color is leaching right out of the... Yeah, look at that. See how the color is leaching right out? It's becoming almost like a clear or translucent. It's like breaking down the hull. So the hulls become like a different color, translucent, and it's just breaking down. You can even see parts of it. Let me see if I can get one of them out. put it into some cool water and I'll show you here. I'm going to wash off the alkaline solution, but see how the hull just sort of falls apart here. See, it's right there some. See, it's just falls apart. Just washes right off. See? Okay, I think it's been simmering long enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and cover it, turn off the heat, and I'm going to let it just sit for, I don't know, a couple hours and just let it do its thing. Okay, it's been sitting here soaking for about 4 hours. Looks like the color is back on some of the hull there. So that it's soaking, now I can just wash it and rinse it really well, and all of the outer husk will just wash right off along with that little bits there. I'll show you. I have gloves on because this stuff is irritating to the skin because it's so alkaline. Once I just rub it in my hand, that's how it just comes off, see? I'm going to go ahead and rinse all this off. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this water here. Here. See how it's just coming right off from rubbing it? I used to throw enough water with it for it to dissolve. If I just use regular baking soda, this still comes off, but it comes off more, it just slips off and it doesn't dissolve as much. And it's a lot harder. You have to really scrub it really well to get it to come off. And it still does. You just gotta scrub it really well, and then these little pieces on the ends here, they don't come off as easy either. You gotta get rid of all those. I'm gonna just sit here and scrub it in my hands. I'm gonna use both hands and scrub them together. It works better. Wash all this off really good. Rinse it 3 or 4 times and get rid of all the alkaline solution and stuff. It's rinsed enough to where I think it's fine for me to put my hands in here. But see how these little bits here coming off? You want this little bit on the end here to come off right here. I want that to come off too. That way it will swell up when you cook it into the hominy. There, see, it just washes right off. Or another one here. Like I said, the treatment made it real soft, and it just comes right off there. See, just kind of wipe it off. Just keep rubbing all this and together and wiping it and taking the little ends here and just kind of rubbing them off so that's not there anymore. And each one. It's a long process. It takes a while. You just gotta keep washing it and rubbing it until all these little pieces come off. The little end pieces like that. See that? Just rub it off. That's the nice thing about using the solution that I made. It's a lot more caustic and it just dissolves everything right off a lot easier. If you just use regular baking soda, you can still do it. It's just, you'll be doing this a lot longer and peeling and rubbing a whole lot more. I mean, this is only taking me maybe 15 minutes to half an hour to do, but I'd be doing this for at least an hour or so if I just use regular baking soda. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep doing this and then rinsing it because you want the water to be nice and clear. It's all been nixtamalized. It's all ready to go. I got all the little bits off the ends and all the hulls are all gone. And now it's ready to just swell up and become hominy just by cooking it. So I'm going to let this just sit here for a bit, and I might rinse it a few more times just because I think I left a few little bits in there I see. So I might rinse it one more time. And just to make sure that it's really good before I go ahead and put it in the pot and cook with it here. And all I have to do now is add some water and cook it for a while. I can make grits and hominy and masa flour and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water to about here and turn it on. And bring this to a simmer here, boil, and I'll be back. I just think it's fascinating from being red and purple corn to green and kind of a dark blue, almost black color. It's very cool process. So the little bits are gone from the end and the hull is gone. It'll swell up and cook now and turn into a real beautiful hominy. Okay, sorry about the steam there. You can see it's starting to boil and it's starting to plump up and look very much like hominy. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it back up here and just let it keep simmering for a while. Here we go, now I have hominy. Go ahead and drain this here so you can see it better with all the steam in the way. And there it is. Hominy made from red and purple corn. See how easy that was? Now if you're living in a situation where you want to rely on your own corn to survive or something and you don't want to suffer from pellagra, you can get your B vitamins this way. It's good.